Gina, and today I'm going to show you how to make the earrings for the set that we've been working on in the previous two videos. So we made the bracelet, the necklace, and now we're going to make the earrings. And let me lift these up so that you can see what they look like on my skin and get you in close so you can see the details of them. And that's what they look like, and I think they turned out pretty. I think the entire set is nice, and it wears well and it looks nice on. So let's go ahead and look and see what we need to make these little earrings today. Okay, for this project today, you will need 11 seed beads and 8 seed beads. You will only need 6 8 seed beads and just a few 11 not a huge pile. And these are galvanized aluminum Toho seed beads, both of them. And then you will need some 4mm crystal cubes. These are a Chinese crystal cube. Then you will need some 4mm, and you'll need 12 of them, and 12 4mm round glass pearls, or whatever you prefer to use for your round. As long as it's 4mm round, that's fine. Then you will need 2 ear wires. I'm using these little lever back ear wires. You will need some thread. I'm using 8-pound Nanofil. You can use 10-pound Nanofil. Also, you can use 6 or 8-pound Fireline. All of those threads will work just fine. A size 10 beading needle will work with all of those threads very well also. Let's go ahead and get started by threading 1 arm's length of thread onto your needle. That is from your fingertips, your arm stretched straight out, measure from your fingertips to your shoulder. Okay, to start this project, pick up 2 crystal cubes. Bring them down to the end of the thread. You do not have to leave a long tail, just enough to hold on to and to ensure that it won't slide through as you do your first couple of steps. Now, go into the bottom of the first bead you put on and slide your needle up through. Hold on to your tail and your beads, or your bead. Hold on to the first one, and just roll the beads next to each other like so. Pull your tail, pull your working thread, and try to arrange that thread as neatly as possible. And then go back through the beads again to tighten them. So I'm going to go into the one next to the one I'm coming out of. Then I will go back into the first one again on the other side and pull. Make sure your thread is as tight as possible so that you don't have big loops of thread on either side. Then pick up 2 of your 4mm round beads. In my case, it's my little pearls. I'm coming out of this bead, I'm going to go into the bead next to it, straight down through. And these are going to lay out on top of my crystals. Now I'm going to pick up 2 more of my pearls and go up through the crystal and the pearl on top of it. Now it's going to loosen a little bit. We'll tighten it back up. Pull both the tail and the working thread and tighten these pearls nice. Like so. Let's get just a little closer. Now you will pick up, let me untangle my needle here. We're going to pick up 2 11 seed beads onto our needle. Like so. I'm sorry, my thread is doing all kinds of curly weird things. There we go. Now I'm coming out of this pearl here. I'm going to go into the pearl next to it and pull these 2 11 seed beads down on top. I'm going to cross over go into the pearl next to the pearl I'm coming out of. So just over to this side and go up through the bottom between the crystal and the pearl, and then up through my 11 seed bead and pull. Now I want to strengthen and straighten up these 2 little 11's. So I'm going to go into the 11 next to the one I'm coming out of, down from the top of it, and then pull my thread through, and then go into the one next to it that I started in, up through the bottom of it next to the pearl and pull. I'm going to straighten these out and tighten my thread. Now I am going to pick up an 11/0, an 8/0, a pearl, I'm sorry, I have to look at my other one, I forgot for a moment, a pearl, a crystal, and an 11/0, like so. So an 11/0, an 8/0, a pearl, a crystal, and an 11/0. Drop these down. I'm going to go around the 11/0 into the crystal, the pearl, and the 8/0 seed bead, just like so, but not the 11/0. And I'm going to pull this up through. Make sure there's no slack in your thread. Pick up an 11/0 and go up into the next 11/0. So everything's attached to this 11/0 here. We're going to go into this one here. And I'm going to go up through the pearl and the crystal and the pearl on top of that. Of course, if you can't get them all at once, you can do them one at a time. Not a problem. Now I'm going to tuck my tail away a little bit, hopefully. And we're going to work on top of these two pearls here. We're going to pick up two crystals, like so. We're coming out of this pearl, we're going to go into this pearl here, down towards the other set of crystals. Then we are going to pull these crystals next to each other on top of the pearls. Then cross over, so you're coming out of this pearl here, cross over, go into this pearl. This will pull those pearls straight and bring you back up to where you can secure the crystals. Pull your thread tightly. And notice I'm pulling straight through. I'm not pulling so that my thread is getting stressed by the edge of the crystal here. And this is what I have. Now I am going to go down and put some 11/0 seed beads here, and then I'm going to come back up and we're going to build the top of the earring. So I'm going to go into the crystal here, down into the pearl and the other crystal. Then I'm going to pick up 3 11/0 seed beads, and I'm going to go up through the crystal here, the pearl, and the crystal here. And I'm just going to pull these down and pull them on top of the crystals, between the crystal and pearl actually, like this. Now we're going to move to the top of the earring. So we're coming out of the crystals, we're going to pick up 2 pearls. We're going to go down into the next crystal. So we're coming out here, we're going to go down into this one and pull the pearls down so that they lay whole side up next to each other. Then we're coming out of the crystal, we're going to cross over and go to into the crystal next to it, here, and up through the pearl on top of that crystal. Everything's going to loosen up a little bit, that's okay, we'll tighten it. As you come through, pull your thread tight and that will straighten out these 2 crystals here. Then you're coming out of the pearl now, pick up 2 11/0 seed beads, go down just through the pearl here. Pick up 3 11/0 seed beads, go up through the pearl next to the one that you're coming out of, and then up through the 11/0 seed bead on top of it, and pull. Now we need to straighten out these 11-0 seed beads. So we're coming out of this 11-0, we're going to go down into the one next to it. Then we're going to go up, back through the first one we started in, from the purl side up. Then put your finger over the beads and push down as you pull tight on the thread. And that will straighten those up, and just like so. Now we're going to, I'm straightening out these 11-0s because I have to. There we go. Now we're going to make the top where we connect to our ear wires. So pick up an 8-0 seed bead, pick up a crystal, and pick up an 11-0. So 8-0, crystal, 11-0, and then grab your ear wire. We are going to put the 11-0s that are between the crystals here on either side so that if this twirls and turns, it doesn't matter. So I am going to face the front of my ear wire here because at this point this is at the front, but it won't truly matter. So if you get it backwards, it doesn't matter. Now we're going to go through the ear wire. Make sure your ear wire, the loop on it, is closed tightly so that your thread doesn't go through it. Pick up another 11-0 seed bead, go down into the crystal and the 8-0 and the 11-0 and the pearl, like so. Pull your needle through and all these beads down, like so. Turn your piece over. Go down into the crystal, the pearl, and the crystal. I'll show you. So we're coming out of this pearl, we're going down into the crystal, the pearl, the crystal, and exiting. At this point I'm going to cut my tail off. I'll burn it down in a minute. I'm just going to cut it off. And then I will pick up 3 11-0 seed beads. This will ensure that the front is the same as the back so that you don't have to worry about it if it twirls on the ear wire. Or if you put your ear wire on backwards, it won't matter because both sides will be the same. Now I'm coming out of this crystal. I'm going to go into this crystal, this pearl, and this crystal here. And I'm going to pull these 3 seed beads up and straighten them out until they land where I want them to be, like so. Now I am going to go up through the pearl here, the 11-0, the 8-0, the crystal, and the 11-0 here. Like so. I'm going to go through the ear wire, and then I'll go back down the other side. So I'm going to go through this 11-0 now on the other side, the crystal, the 8-0, and the 11-0 and the pearl, like so. Turn your piece to the side that doesn't have the 11-0s right here yet, and pick up 3 11-0s. Cross over into the pearl next to the pearl that you're coming out of. Go up through that pearl, up through the 11-0, up through the 8-0, the crystal, and one of the 11-0s on top. So I didn't get that 11-0, but I will. Straighten those out, and then I'll get you close so you can see what's happening here. Now I'm coming out of the crystal. I have to go up into one of these 11-0s. I have to go into the ear wire here. Then I'm going to turn my piece. I'm going to go down into my crystal, the 8-0, the 11-0 on this side, the pearl here, and then I'm going to go into these 3 11-0s. And this is on the side that I just added. It probably truly doesn't matter, but that's where I'm at. Then I'm going to go, there's a little thread bridge right here between the 11-0s and the pearls. Right here. And I'm just going to go under it. And I'm going to tie a knot. And pull that down tight. Then I'm going to go into my crystals and my pearl and the crystal down here. Oops, got my thread caught. And since this doesn't get a lot of stress, I'll just cut my thread off. Let me straighten out these 11-0 seed beads. They look crappy, haha. Somebody laughed last time I said that. But they do, they look crappy, I'm sorry. Oh. Okay, let's fix those up. So I'm just going to go through them again, actually. I get them looking halfway decent. And then I will grab a knot on this side of the thread too. Here. That straightened those up pretty good. Let's see on this side. Well, those look crappy too. So, see if I can straighten them out. Yeah, they're just wadded up. Actually, let's see if I can come around and pull through those without, yeah. 11-0s are not cooperating. My last earring didn't do this. There we go. So you can straighten out anything that's a mess if you just put enough effort into it. I'm going to go down into this pearl and this 11-0 here. You may not have to do all this. You may just be able to tie a knot and just be done. But if you have to straighten them out, just sew through them until they look halfway decent. And now I'm going to cut off my thread. I'm going to grab a lighter and I am going to burn down my tags of thread here. Just melt them down. You don't have to light your thread on fire. All you have to do is get the flame close and the Fireline will melt and curl in like so. I hope I was in frame. I didn't realize how close I was. That is what the earring looks like. Let me straighten it all out, make it look halfway decent. And I will grab the other one. But these 11-0s are just being butt heads. There we go. I only added them so that they would match the bracelet and the necklace, but there we go. I got them to look halfway decent. There we go. Those are the earrings. This is the necklace. And where's my bracelet? There's my bracelet. And this is the bracelet. So let me back off so you can see the entire set. And this is what the Crystal Station set looks like. I hope you've enjoyed these tutorials and you have a good time making them. Bye-bye.